to fixing coffee here. My phone, it's not out recording birds. I forgot it at my daughter's house yesterday, so I don't have my phone. So I'm using the computer. I think I'm going to have a big cup of coffee this morning with a lot of milk. So this morning I'm going to have some Bianco Forte, which is made to have with milk. Let me just pop this back in the fridge. Okay, and wait. This is a 17-ounce double-walled glass mug. I don't want to be clumsy and knock it off of here. Let me lock this. Okay. And now. So, let me tell you something that I've been reading about, or maybe should I say listening about, because I usually don't read books these days. I listen to audiobooks. So I have been listening to The Upward Spiral. I think it's by Alex Korb. Anyway, if you look up The Upward Spiral, you'll see it listed online or on audible.com. And it's how you can make small changes in how you live your life, just really small practical changes, and it will help you to spiral up away from depression rather than down into depression. So one of the things I read about that it occurred to me other people would probably be interested in, because I was interested in it, is that just because somebody says to you, oh, don't be so negative, be positive, don't be depressed, snap out of it, stuff like that. You can't always do that. In fact, I'm always talking about being positive. And yes, you can try, you can make an effort, but some people are going to naturally, for them, they're normal, their DNA is put together in such a way that you're going to tend to feel more down than other people are. And it's not just your DNA. It has to do with how you were raised, things that happened to you, what your parents were like. Okay, no plastic spoon, plastic fork will do. It has to do with so many factors that actually are not under your control. So if you tend to be a kind of negative, depressed person, don't feel like, oh, there's something wrong with me, I just can't, other people can do better, and people tell me to be positive, and you know what? There are some things that no matter how hard you try, well, you've got an uphill battle, okay? But that's one of the reasons why I'm always talking about being more positive, okay? Because you need to do what you can do. Doesn't that make sense? Do what you're able to, because there are certain things that you're just not going to be able to do anything about. So control what's under your control, right? So don't be sitting there listening to the news all the time. Wow, that's a real fountain of depression. Try to stay with people who tend to be more positive and upbeat. Don't read depressing books or listen to depressing music. Try to make conscious choices that you're able to make that are more upbeat, positive, cheerful. it's good, do I want to put some syrup in it? I think I'm going to put a tad of syrup in it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. Pumpkin praline pie. This is Jordan's Skinny syrup. And there we go. 1 ounce is 0 calories. Of course, what that means in reality is it's less than 5 calories. By law, companies are, the FDA has a rule that says if a serving is less than 5 calories, you can say it has 0 calories. So that's why, by the way, you see some salad dressings. I know I'm getting off topic here, but this is relevant to life, okay? You'll see some salad dressings, and when you look on the back and it says serving size, some of them will say 1 tablespoon, some will say 2 tablespoons. A lot of salad dressings these days want to appear to be lower calorie. So let's say that your salad dressing has, well, let's say your competitor's salad dressing has 30 calories in 2 tablespoons, but yours has 60 calories in 2 tablespoons. What you can do is say, oh, 1 tablespoon, serving size, 1 tablespoon, 30 calories. And somebody who's not very observant looks at the first bottle, the second bottle. They don't notice that the first bottle, you can have 2 tablespoons for 30 calories. The second bottle, you can only have 1 tablespoon for 30 calories. And they go, oh, 30 calories, 30 calories. These are the same. Nope. It's important to read those labels. Well, anyway, so that's pretty good. I think I'll keep it that way. So anyway, keep in mind that while you may be not as upbeat and perky as the next person, because they may be genetically predisposed to being just upbeat and perky. They may have grown up in a family and had experiences where, it makes it easier for them to be that way. Well, maybe you didn't. Don't sit around worrying about that. Wherever you are, that's your starting point. Start from where you are and improve from there. How do you improve? By doing the things that you are able to do, not worrying about things that are not under your control. Do the things that are under your control, okay? And remember also, don't compare your insides to other people's outsides. So many people will look, for example, the family that shows up to the school meeting, the family meeting, and they're all sitting up front and all the children are dressed so nicely, and the parents they just seem lovely and they're so friendly to everyone. And, meanwhile, your kids are showing up in messy clothes with jelly stains on them, and, your husband had to come right from work and he's just all kind of sweaty and needs a shave, and you're just all harried and it's so difficult. You know what? You showed up. And the point is, when that perfect looking family goes home, you don't know what their life is like. And I can tell you, I used to be the wife in that perfect family. I mean, my husband wanted us to show up to church on time, and everybody just look exactly right, and the children behave, and we sit up front. It didn't last for very long because it wasn't very practical. In fact, it ended up being he would go to church and leave me to get the kids ready because he didn't want to appear to be late. So, what I'm telling you is don't compare what's going on with you with what's going on with somebody who appears to have it all together. Most people don't have it all together. Most of us are much more alike in our insides than it may appear to be on the outsides. Okay? Um, on the days when I'm dressed in a old t-shirt and I didn't put my lipstick on and stuff like that and my hair's sticking out all over, that's the same person as today with the pretty blouse and I got my lipstick and all this. I mean, don't go by looks. Your business is you. You be concerned with what's going on inside of you. Improve where you can improve, okay? And do it in little steps. Usually when you are working on something, improving by small steps over time, especially trying to make small changes in your daily life every day. Work on something till you get it down. Add something else to it. That's the most effective thing to do. Okay, well, I think I better drink my coffee before it gets cold. Grayson's laying there nice and patient. We already went out for one walk. We'll go out for another walk when I'm done with my coffee. You have a good day and make good, reasonable choices, okay? And look, give up the hope for a better past. Be reasonable. Be responsible. Don't worry about the things that are not under your control. Work on what you can and be the best you that you're able to be. Okay?